Sagittarius, if you've recently felt that your life is becoming too small for the dreams you carry inside you, pay attention. The week of August 15th to 21st, 2026, brings a restless and powerful energy that may push you towards something bigger. A new opportunity, unexpected message, journey, connection, or decision could appear at precisely the moment when you thought you already knew where your life was heading. This is not a week for staying emotionally or mentally stuck. Something is calling you forward. You may not know exactly where it leads yet, but you may know one thing with surprising certainty. You cannot keep living according to an old version of yourself. Dear Sagittarius, during August 15th to 21st, 2026, the planetary atmosphere encourages expansion, movement, learning, communication, career growth, financial independence, and emotional freedom. Jupiter's influence resonates strongly with your natural desire to explore possibilities, while the wider planetary energy asks you to balance optimism with responsibility. You may feel an almost physical desire to change something. Your job, your environment, your routine, your relationship, your financial situation, or simply the way you think about your future. And that feeling shouldn't be ignored. If this reading resonates with you, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Stay until the end, because this week carries important messages about career, money, love, relationships, travel, unexpected opportunities, social connections, emotional transformation, and one decision that could become much more important than it first appears. Sagittarius, you've always been someone who needs a reason to believe in tomorrow. When you have a dream, you don't want to stay in one place forever. You want movement. You want possibility. You want discovery. You want to know what exists beyond the horizon. But sometimes life forces even the most adventurous person to remain still. And that may have been your experience recently. You may have felt delayed, blocked, uncertain, or frustrated because circumstances weren't moving as quickly as you wanted. But this week changes the rhythm. Something begins to move. And once it does, you may realize that the delay was not the end of your story. It was preparation. Your professional life could become particularly active. A new project may appear. A position could become available. A business opportunity may come through someone you already know. You could receive an invitation to collaborate, or someone may finally recognize the potential you've been trying to demonstrate. If you've been considering changing jobs, this week may encourage you to take that idea more seriously. But don't leave simply because you're bored. Leave because you have a better direction. There is a difference. Ask yourself, where am I going? What am I building? What skill am I developing? What kind of life will this career create for me? Sagittarius, freedom is important to you, but financial freedom requires structure. You cannot build independence only through inspiration. You need a plan. And this week is ideal for creating one. If you're starting a business, organize the finances. If you're looking for a new job, improve your resume. If you're building an online project, become consistent. If you're learning a new skill, create a schedule. If you're thinking about moving or traveling for work, research the practical details. Your dream needs a foundation. And once that foundation exists, your natural courage can take you much farther. There may also be a surprising professional conversation during this period. Someone could mention an opportunity in another city or country. You may hear about remote work. An educational program could lead to a career opening. Or someone you met casually may suddenly become an important professional connection. Don't underestimate people outside your immediate circle. Your next opportunity may come through someone who isn't part of your usual routine. Financially, the week carries encouraging possibilities, but you need to resist the temptation to act too quickly. You may feel optimistic about money. Perhaps an income increase is coming. Perhaps you've recently earned something extra. Perhaps you're planning a large purchase. Or perhaps you suddenly see a way to increase your earnings. That's positive. But Sagittarius has a natural tendency to think, I'll figure it out later. This week, don't. Figure it out now. Before making a major purchase, calculate the long-term effect. Before investing, investigate. Before lending money, consider whether you can genuinely afford it. Before starting a business, understand the costs. Optimism is powerful, but optimism without preparation can become unnecessary risk. At the same time, this is an excellent period for discovering another income stream. A talent you've treated as a hobby could become useful financially. Teaching, writing, travel-related work, online content, sales, consulting, languages, digital skills, creative projects. You may suddenly realize that one of your natural abilities has greater value than you previously believed. Don't automatically assume something is too simple to make money. Sometimes the thing that comes naturally to you is precisely the thing other people struggle to do. Your love life becomes more adventurous during this week. If you're already in a relationship, you may feel the need to bring freshness back into the connection. Routine may have become too predictable. You may want to travel together. Try something new. Make future plans. Talk about a dream you've both been postponing. This can be an excellent period for reconnecting emotionally through shared experiences. But there is another possibility. You may realize that your relationship has become too restrictive. Sagittarius cannot thrive where love feels like a cage. If someone constantly questions your intentions, controls your movements, or makes you feel guilty for wanting independence, this week may make the imbalance more obvious. That doesn't automatically mean the relationship must end. It means the relationship needs honest boundaries. You need freedom. Your partner needs security. A healthy relationship creates space for both. Talk about it. Don't run away from the conversation. And don't turn the conversation into a battle. Tell the truth. Then listen. For single Sagittarius natives, romantic energy is particularly interesting. Someone could enter your life through travel, education, work, social media, a friend, or an unexpected event. This person may be from a different background or have a very different lifestyle from yours. And that difference could be exactly what attracts you. You may feel like you've known them longer than you actually have. The conversation may flow easily. You may laugh more than expected. And suddenly, an ordinary day feels memorable. Don't rush to decide what the relationship means. Let curiosity lead. Not every connection needs an immediate label. Sometimes the best relationships begin as simple conversations between two people who weren't looking for anything serious. There is also a chance that someone from your past returns. A former partner may send a message. An old friend may appear. Someone you haven't heard from in months could suddenly contact you. But don't confuse familiarity with destiny. Ask yourself whether this person fits the future you're building now. You have changed. They may have changed too. But change should be demonstrated, not promised. Your emotional life also enters an important period of growth. You may begin recognizing how much of your frustration comes from feeling trapped by expectations. Perhaps you have been living according to what your family expects, what your partner expects, what your colleagues expect, what society expects. But what about you? What do you actually want? This question may become louder throughout the week. And the answer may surprise you. Maybe you don't want the career you once dreamed about. Maybe you want to move. Maybe you want to start over. Maybe you want a quieter life. Maybe you want more adventure. Maybe you want to fall in love again. Maybe you want to be alone for a while. Whatever the answer is, don't judge it immediately. Listen. Your desires contain information. Your restlessness may be telling you something. Your boredom may be telling you something. Your excitement may be telling you something. And this week, those signals become easier to understand. Your social circle may also expand. You could meet people through professional events, travel, education, online communities, or mutual friends. One person in particular may become unexpectedly important. They may introduce you to an opportunity. They may offer advice. They may challenge the way you think. Or they may simply remind you that your world is larger than the environment you've been living in. Don't isolate yourself. Say yes to meaningful invitations. Go to the meeting. Join the event. Answer the message. Start the conversation. Your next chapter may require a different circle of people. And sometimes the universe sends new people before it sends new circumstances. Now let's look at the important days of your week. August 15th may begin with a strong desire to change direction. Use the day to reflect on what you've been postponing. August 16th is favorable for career decisions, planning, communication, and applications. If you need to make a professional move, take action. August 17th requires financial caution. Avoid impulsive purchases and don't commit to something simply because it looks exciting. August 18th may bring unexpected news. A message, invitation, or conversation could open a completely new possibility. August 19th is powerful for love and emotional connections. Couples may discuss future plans, while single Sagittarius natives could experience an unexpected attraction. August 20th is excellent for networking, travel, learning, social events, and new connections. Keep your mind open. August 21st brings perspective. You may finally understand why a certain delay or disappointment had to happen. And Sagittarius, there is one warning you should carry throughout the week. Don't confuse movement with progress. You can be extremely busy and still be going nowhere. You can change jobs and carry the same mindset. You can move cities and carry the same fears. You can enter a new relationship and repeat the same emotional patterns. You can make more money and still feel financially insecure. Real transformation isn't simply changing your surroundings. It's changing what you bring into them. This week gives you an opportunity to do exactly that. As the days unfold, you may find yourself standing before an open door. The old version of you might ask, "Is it safe?" The new version may ask, "What could become possible if I walk through?" There is no guarantee. There never is. But you don't need guarantees to begin. You need courage. And Sagittarius, courage has always been one of your greatest strengths. You've survived uncertainty before. You've started over before. You've taken risks before. You've walked into rooms where you knew nobody. You've traveled roads without knowing exactly where they would lead. You can do it again. But this time, take your wisdom with you. Don't repeat old mistakes simply because you're excited about a new beginning. You can be adventurous and still be careful. You can dream big and still read the contract. You can fall in love and still maintain boundaries. You can pursue wealth and still manage your money responsibly. You can change your life without destroying everything that already works. That balance will be one of your greatest advantages this week. There may also be an important realization about the past. Something you once considered a failure may suddenly look completely different. Perhaps a job you didn't get forced you toward a better career. Perhaps a relationship that ended taught you what love should actually feel like. Perhaps a financial mistake taught you discipline. Perhaps a friendship ending gave you the space to meet better people. Sometimes we understand the purpose of a chapter only after we have turned the page. Don't judge your past too harshly. It helped create the person who is standing here now. And that person is stronger, wiser, more selective, more aware, more ready. Sagittarius, there is also a powerful message around your personal freedom. Freedom doesn't mean running away from responsibility. It means choosing your responsibilities consciously. You don't have to live a life that looks impressive to other people. You need a life that feels meaningful to you. Maybe your definition of success is changing. And that's okay. Perhaps success now means having time. Perhaps it means financial independence. Perhaps it means traveling. Perhaps it means building a family. Perhaps it means creating something of your own. Perhaps it means waking up without feeling trapped. Your definition of success is allowed to evolve. When something unexpected happens during August 15th to 21st, 2026, don't immediately assume it is a disruption. It may be an invitation. The delayed opportunity may return. The canceled plan may create another opening. The unexpected person may become an important connection. The difficult conversation may give you freedom. The professional rejection may push you toward a better option. And the strange feeling that you've been experiencing may finally make sense. Sagittarius, life rarely gives you the entire map. It gives you a direction, then another step, then another. You discover the road by walking it. So don't demand complete certainty before you move. Move with awareness. Move with courage. Move with faith. But keep your eyes open. By the end of the week, you may notice that something has shifted inside you. You may feel less afraid of the unknown, more excited about the future, more willing to take a chance, more confident about your ability to handle change. And that is exactly where your power returns. Because the future isn't frightening when you trust yourself to meet it. So protect your money, protect your energy, protect your heart. But don't protect yourself so much that you stop exploring. Say yes to the opportunity that genuinely inspires you. Have the conversation you've been postponing. Apply for the position. Start the project. Meet the new person. Plan the journey. Learn the skill. Let yourself imagine a bigger life. Because August 15th to 21st, 2026 may be the week when something that once seemed impossible starts looking possible again. And perhaps the greatest surprise isn't what the universe brings to you. Perhaps it is discovering that you are finally ready to receive it. Sagittarius, your life is not meant to be lived inside a small box built from old fears. There is more beyond the horizon. More opportunity, more love, more growth, more freedom, more possibilities. And this week, one of those possibilities may finally come close enough for you to touch. So don't look backward for too long. The road ahead is opening. Your next adventure may already be beginning.